You're listening to the Hot Mess Mel Mom podcast, where we're just trying to spouse, we're trying to mom, we're trying to survive. So sit back, relax, whether it's your coffee, tea, or wine time, and let us make you feel normal. Like, share, subscribe, and check us out every Friday. Who fucking cares? Okay. Hello and welcome back to another week of the Hot Mess Mill Mom podcast. No, I am still Erin. I am not a dude. I just sound like a dude this week because I am all kinds of fuckered up and sick. Luckily for you guys, Miss Bite Your Face Off is going to be doing most of the talking as she has all the tea, all the details, as horrific as they are. It is an absolute shit show and it hits close to home. So that's what's going on this week. It is Volun-Tell from hell. You know, when you volunteer and you find things that are just super close and super great for you and you love to volunteer. We volunteer. I'm a big advocate for volunteering. I think it's the most fulfilling thing you can do. It makes you feel great. It's a great way to fill your time. It's an amazing way to make friends and grow close relationships. But a lot of times it can really fucking destroy you. It does. It has it's both ends of the spectrum. It's either going to be super great or it's going to drain the life out of you. And unfortunately, something that we both worked hard on, most definitely put a lot of fucking clerical time into, it just fucking bammed. It
blew up,
got destroyed. So just crashed and fucking burned.
From anger, all over again. Is it hot
here? So don't. My husband's opening one of my fermented drinks for me. Don't put it in the camera because he can't show it off.
Don't in here, yeah.
Nipple,
yeah,
nipple work. Nipple work. Come on, people are coming in. Show off your nipples. Just show off one nipple. You can't show your ass. Get the camera. Oh my God. You can show off your nipples, but you can't show off your ass. Okay. There you go. There's a nipple.
Yeah.
God in heaven. This is what 15 years looks like. Right there. It's fucking 15 years for you. Just fucking. Don't fucking lick my. God damn it.
Okay, well,
jackass.
If you never hear from him again,
shut
you'll
the door,
know why.
But walk away slowly. Walk away slowly so I can watch you. Okay? Yeah, that's
hate
right.
To see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
Love to watch you leave.
Balls and
wieners. Balls and wieners.
Franks and
balls and wieners.
Franks
and then I got
veins.
pussy right in front of me too. She's sitting here walking around with her little tail in the hair.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about me, and I was like, okay, let's just get right into that.
It's just a pussy and balls and wieners everywhere. I promise this is kind of serious. I promise.
This is a very serious topic. It's very serious.
Yep, and now he's in the fucking chat too, so he's just gonna be typing dick, balls.
Yeah.
The whole fucking balls. If we're not getting reported because of my fucking smoke coming through there, we're gonna get reported because of balls and wieners.
And nipples.
Oh my God.
Sure.
Yep, and nipples.
Flagged for nipples.
Anywho, so Volun-Tell from hell. You know, crashing and burning, just bullshit. Where the fuck are the kids? Where's the fucking the baby monitor? You know, and then just shit show all around. Just like
general.
There he goes.
Chaos.
He even types it in with the W's. Balls. You remember that? Not to segue into something completely fucking different, but I don't know how old everybody is in the fucking chat. I know how old he is and I know how old I am. But Adam Sandler, you know, before in the beginning of his SNL and then whenever he got booted off the fucking show, he did his stand up on CD and I still have the fucking CD and I loved it. I had to hide it from my parents all the time because they hated that shit. And yep, Brittany, Ballzonia. So he had this one skit and it was a grandma and she was at the pool and she would talk to the kids as they're coming in and out. She's like, oh, go play with your cock and balls. You know, go make sure, you know, did you clean off your cock and balls? Yeah, you know, it's too cold. You better finish your cock and balls off. And she's like, oh, your boy wants you to play with your cock and balls. I just go tinkle there with your croquet balls.
Oh my God, that's phenomenal.
I can listen to that shit every fucking day. I can listen to it 20 fucking times and I would never get fucking tired of it. And
Well,
so
that I can
that's
say
just,
it any different now.
no, you can't.
No, I can't.
It's a core fucking memory in my head of Adam Sandler just always, oh, go play with your croquet balls.
Not the clock and balls.
The croquet balls.
Clock and
Oh, you're
balls.
bored. It's raining outside. What you with your croquet balls?
That too, I think, just like gives it the extra edge. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I'm gonna have to find a clip of it somewhere, and I'm gonna have to send
share
it to
with me. Yes,
I will.
I'll be pissed off
on
if
my
you
fucking
don't.
to-do list now.
If you don't send it to me.
My mental to-do list. Just type in Adam Sandler.
Clock and balls.
Yeah, it just.
God.
Yeah, and then they're all gonna laugh at you because you're not.
I maybe immediately think of the movie Carrie. They're all gonna laugh at you, and I was like, wow, we're talking about two completely different things here. Completely opposite ends of the spectrum of movies and of entertainment. God, alas.
Okay, well, that was a good segue.
That was cock and balls.
Cock and balls.
Cock and balls.
So since we're not bored, we don't have to go play with that crock and balls yet. But I want to go play with my crock and balls later. It's close to his birthday.
Yes, you gotta entertain your man.
Yeah, I gotta go do that. So let's get this ball rolling. Sarah, we'll catch up a little bit for the week. How was your week?
Okay, right. Only Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. Like, if that tells you how the damn week has been, it's only fucking Tuesday. So I'm excited because my husband's coming home in just a couple of days. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But this week has been a nightmare. Like, I think I've had a constant headache for like the last 5 days. Like, just constant headache.
You're like an incel. You're like one of those ladies from the CIA where you have to hear all the victim stories where it's like, hey, show me on the doll where this lady touched you or where this lady hurt you.
Yeah. I didn't even ask for this. I didn't ask for this.
And you don't even go here.
I don't even go here. I didn't ask for this. I'm running with it, and I don't give a solid shit. I'm gonna keep going. Like, I'm going to keep it going as long as it takes to keep it going. I don't care. Talk about don't tip me by being like, you bored. You need to find something better to do. My kid is safe. He's clean. He's not home by himself. Okay.
You take him to school pickup.
If you're going to take him to school pickup, and he gets different modes of transportation to get there, we keep it creative. Okay? Do not have my phone at school pickup. That's how much he's at school pickup with me. I'm the baby monitor. Okay? I don't have to be connected to Wi-Fi. I'm like the best one now on the market.
You're doing something victorious with your dependent-ness. Like,
hell yeah.
He said, no kid left behind.
No kid left behind. Exactly. Operation No Kid Left Behind. Damn, that would have been a decent title too. Come on, Joey.
I know. I didn't tell him. I just told him I was trying to think of titles, and I didn't think
we
to
start consulting him first.
Well, his idea for the title was just Dick.
Okay, maybe we'll go with like his second choice.
I mean, we could have just named it Clock and Balls.
Clock and Balls. We still would have gotten their attention either way. Yep. Either way. We might have gotten flagged, but we would have gotten attention. No, my week has been okay, except for all of that. And we'll see how the rest of the week, we'll see what turn it takes, because I get piping hot, scalding, lawsuit-worthy, Starbucks coffee in your lap tea, like on a consistent basis at this point. Like, consistently. So, I think we could be getting new developments live, like, as we speak. We could be getting new developments.
It's coming in live now as we speak.
Coming in.
Why is it like the Hood News 6 covering this too?
Hey, you know what? Give it some time. I know that they lurk in the After Dark page. I need to figure out who they are exactly, and it should be Hood News 6 covering it. I'm surprised it hasn't been on TikTok yet, but maybe it will be after our live.
Yeah, sweet Jesus.
Your week's been better than mine.
Well, you notice how I'm sitting in my beautiful office?
I do. I noticed the change of scenery. I like it.
Yeah. I'm sitting on my bed. I was totally being fucking sarcastic.
So was I.
Yeah, it's just...
Read the room.
I'm never
We're
going to
gonna
get my office.
We're adding him to the list. We're adding him to the shit list at this point. It's ever growing. We're adding him to it. Pops is going on the list. Sorry, Pops. Me too, just for association.
It's my oldest teenager. I have a teenager that's almost 80 and just won't jump off the nipple.
Teenager.
Just won't get off the nipple. It was never on it, but for some reason he acts like he is. So
oh man,
like I can't. I don't get it.
You can leave him home alone.
Sometimes
unsupervised. Sometimes.
Yeah, I could.
We should get him a baby monitor.
Like legally I can.
Legally you can. So you're in the clear.
I do have monitors. I have cameras just in case.
No,
so
that you're checking those consistently. Because guess what? It goes to your phone, and you don't have to be connected to Wi-Fi to check it.
Exactly.
Oh my God, look at you! You're just nailing parenting.
And I have. Wait, oh my God! I just drew a blank. Apparently, not a right mind. I don't know.
You have something,
I have a driver's license. You know.
Oh.
Hell yeah, has a driver's license. So it's just
for one, I know how to put deodorant.
Yep.
Yes, I do. Yes,
I shower.
I do.
Just not as regularly as it probably should be, but I shower. I remember.
Hey, now. If I didn't, you wouldn't be able to tell by being malodorous. So
there has been the occasional hoe bath. So
we've all been there, okay? Every damn one of us has been there. All right, that's what kitchen sinks and bathroom sinks are for, and that's why they went to baby wipes, dude wipes. Whatever, summer's eve, spritz some of that, where the sun don't shine, you make it work, okay? There's no excuse, ever.
Sam, yep, I ever tell you that I offered her a Bath & Body Works gift box with all the works, and she told her, no, I have too many of those already.
Well that's great that you have to use them. Like, that's the point of them, to be used. They're not for fucking decoration. She probably turned around and sold them. Like, she probably sold them, like, on the black market or something. Like, she did that wedding ring.
Figure out how to get on that. Like,
I mean, I'm probably good.
The nap time juice or the nap time spray would be my top, probably my only purchase.
What does it smell like?
It'd be like, I got $20 if anybody has this. Like, I promise, not a cop. Not a cop. Tell you if I was, right?
For a contact bar, you don't want to see what I would do for that shit. Okay.
Oh my God, she kept the wedding ring. Do you remember the fucking wedding ring?
I remember the fucking wedding ring. I remember it.
I thought they said that the wedding ring, like, she took it somewhere and she had it appraised, and the wedding ring came back like being worth nothing or being worth shit or something.
She said that I'm pretty sure I still have the messages, and I will be deep diving into those messages, by the way. She told us she went and got it appraised, and she told us that it was appraised for like $200. My question is, why the fuck were you getting anything like that appraised anyway, when it's nothing that belongs to you to begin with?
Well, because the money, it was supposed to go towards like buying supplies for Free Cycle, and it was like, that's a very fucking gray area, very, very gray area.
Yeah, but especially when we were balls deep into freaking the paperwork. So like,
yeah,
it wasn't her decision to make, to be fair. Like, it really wasn't her decision to make as far as that goes. Like, there should have been way more of a conversation about that. But we were told after the fact, I got it appraised and this is how much it was for, and I'll use the money to buy Free Cycle stuff. So think about that. Like, it is such a gray area too, because like, just the concept of Free Cycle alone, the fact that you had someone's personal property and you were going to sell it to buy stuff for Free Cycle, I can't put my finger on it.
Way, and pocketed the rest.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. If I had known that, be like,
same. She didn't tell us for a reason. You know that.
Yeah.
She didn't tell us for a reason. She told certain people the information and she didn't tell us the rest. So
that would have been my moment of like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I'm done.
I feel like this is a perfect opportunity to kind of explain what's going on.
Yes. Go ahead. Because right now, everyone else who's
like,
listening, they're probably like, what the fuck is going on?
Like,
what the fuck are they talking about?
So, a quick summary. For security purposes, we will not say the name of said person, her actual name. We will call her
We're not
Dog.
Getting sued.
Yeah. We'll call her Dog because it's appropriate for multiple reasons. And a story came out about Dog this past Friday. It was an anonymous post in one of our prior Facebook pages that we still stalk because we try to find content for you. You're welcome. And it was an anonymous post that said, you know, it was a post about, I can't pull up the screenshot directly because it's on my phone and you people are on my phone. And it said about leaving your child home alone. Does anyone know like what happened today regarding somebody leaving your child home alone? You know, you should not be doing that. It's inappropriate. Like just this whole thing basically calling out the fact that a mother left her child who is not even 2 years old home alone. And the mother was gone. As more of the information came out, the mother was found out to be that she was gone for such a long period of time that there was time for the MPs to be called, the MPs to actually show up, for the MPs to try to get someone to answer the door. From my understanding, they also went in the house. And then also during that time frame when they discovered that there actually was a toddler home alone, Child Protective Services was called and they showed up to the house as well. And in all of that happening, the mother still hadn't returned to the house. And it was posted anonymously. No one's name was posted. So people were like, what's going on? Like, where did this happen at? What is this? And me being the nosy piece of shit that I am, I commented and I was like, I could think of multiple people that this might be. Like, what's going on? The actual person who made that post anonymously sent me a message and told me who it was. It was a dog. And then I had another lovely lady that's in our comments send me a message and tell me it's exactly who you think it is. And everything literally has spiraled and blown up, and any other, you know, metaphor that you can use regarding this has happened. It turned into finding out all of these absolutely vile things about this person. And it's a person that not only Aaron and I considered a friend, but several other people that are involved in this situation considered a friend. And she was the person who was basically the face of the lead, the head honcho of an organization on our last military installation called Free Cycle. And she was the face of it. She had all of us thinking that she was just like doing such good things. You know, they could drop off donations at her home at any point in time, day or night. And we hosted at least monthly events where you could shop, quote unquote, but everything was for free. So kids' clothes, housing items. We were getting donations of like breastfeeding materials and formula and canned goods and everything you could probably think of. And we, as volunteers, would go sort through the items that were donated at this person's home, and we would organize them and make sure everything was in good condition, like no crazy stains or, you know, anything out of the ordinary. And we all met each other. Good rapport were developed. It was all good. We were doing something amazing for the community, and nobody thought anything. It was all good. Like it was all great. Well, Aaron and I guess got somehow roped into not just volunteering, but to being higher up, like admin, whatever you want to consider us, of the Free Cycle, where we were basically like there was number 1, whose name is Dog, number 2, and then number 3. And the way that we were used for our special talents was insane. That lovely lady over there
Depression Garden.
is
I'm so sorry. That's so sad. I was in the Depression Garden. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Well, go sit in it with you if you ever need a friend. We've been there. We literally, like, she is like a guru at like paperwork and typing things up and being so professional. And it's just like literally incredible. She's incredible at what she does. And she was used for coming up with rules and typing up paperwork and coming up with all these things like the review cards and the sign-in sheets, and God only knows how many times that you had to print
30-page memorandum for the
30-page memorandum.
Non-appropriated funds, private organization report that never
like
got utilized.
Yeah, a proposition that we had to write up for the post to recognize this organization under them, to be like actually recognized and have a space to use instead of someone's front yard and multiple garages and like a house and all these things. And basically I was directly referred to as the pit bull. That's a direct quote, the pit bull. And oh my God, I know, right? Which we all have our talents. It's a talent. Okay. Obviously, as a lot of us have seen unfold in a Facebook group, she wasn't wrong. Well, she's not very wrong, but we were used for our gifts. So when something got out of hand or she led us to believe that somebody did something shady to free cycle or whatever the case may be, I was used, and so was Sam. She was used to defend her honor, to defend Dog's honor, defend the organization, all of these things. And then Aaron was used, oh, we've got to print out a bunch of pages of this. Bitch, you know how expensive ink is? It's expensive as fuck. Dog,
and I have an
expensive.
HP, okay? I may be old. I
Girl,
still have a
same.
fucking HP. I have an expensive HP, and I will never get rid of it. I will YouTube the fuck to replace parts or whatever the hell I have to do to never get rid of this shit.
Ink. It's like, I mean, damn, half the time you have to type something up, you gotta have something like a Canva or Microsoft Word. That alone is an expensive subscription in itself. Microsoft Office ain't cheap. It's like $100.
100%. Go make the post for me. I'm connected to Free Cycle legally, but you aren't.
Yeah, exactly. So she's using her for like TikToks and Facebook posts and things like that. That's what her thing is that she's using her for, because she's hip and she's young. And
that's Sam. I love those TikToks that you made.
Yeah,
those were super cute.
Yes, she's the brains behind all the TikToks. Nice. Oh, that was a really horrible accent to use, I feel, given the situation.
Very sexy. I got turned on a little.
I know, no, but I feel like given the situation, it was really, I shouldn't probably do that.
It's much better than my cork and balls.
I would rather have cork and balls than a damn shitty ass German accent that I just did. Oh my God.
Take me outside and...
Okay, I feel better about that then.
I went with Russian. I thought of Russian.
I don't want anyone to be confused. Okay, great.
There.
Call me Natasha.
I just want some vodka. Shot. We'll do the little clink, clink, clink. There we go.
So we were used. I moved, but prior to me moving, there was situations that happened, and without like turning this into like a fucking 15-hour long damn freaking session of bullshit, basically there was inappropriate comments made about people's physical selves, body types, things about their body.
My belly. No, sorry.
Hell yeah.
Anyone listening to, I make jokes. That's just what I do. If I'm in a bad situation or if I'm in an inappropriate situation, what do? I make jokes about it, and usually that just gets the other person to fucking go away. So like
you can't offend me.
I'm bad as
if I offend myself. Like, there's nothing you can say to me that's worse than what I say to myself. Okay.
It's not me. It's not me trying to make light of anybody's situation in which they were attacked. No. It's me trying to make you feel better about it by making a fucking joke about it. Because if you can't laugh at the end of the day, just hopefully you feel a little bit more normal just listening to us.
I think too, like the women that have come forward to say stuff, like if you are that person, like you know when somebody's being humorous about something. Like I literally joked with Sam on that Facebook post. Like we joked about it. Okay. I would never disrespect somebody. And I think context is very important when it comes to things. And there's just some people that you can joke about certain things with, but then there's that's not a constant situation. And this specific person, there's no joking because it's true. Like the joke is like not a joke. It's actually true. And she's just like hiding it as a joke. And it's just fucking disgusting. It's literally disgusting. Like thinking back on all these things, like, and just talking about it, like, you know, it's absolutely disgusting. And she's been making like slurs against people and, like I said, commenting on their bodies. She's been berating volunteers. Like the fucking definition of a volunteer is somebody who literally does something for free 99 out of the kindness of their own heart. It's a choice to show up. It's a choice how long to stay. It's a choice what you do. Everything is a damn choice. And there were dozens of women that showed up by choice because they loved what that organization represented, I don't know why I said it like that, but here we are. There's so many good women that showed up for those events and showed up for each other and the community, that there should have never been a time where they were disrespected. Obviously, we had people that were mad that we had to have them show IDs and things like that, and, you know, attitudes like that. Fine. I mean, they should have never been disrespected by anybody within that organization. It should have never happened. And had you and I still been there, it never fucking would have happened. None of this would have happened. Not a damn chance in hell.
I spent years organizing volunteers. No matter what with volunteers, when you have a large amount of volunteers or a small amount of volunteers, it's always kind of the same as it is with high school. Within volunteers, you're going to have now I say this, within volunteers themselves, you're going to have drama. But that's not what I found being there. There wasn't drama within the volunteers, and that's why it felt like a very nurturing situation. Absolutely. So to then find out that the drama was not coming from within the volunteers, it came from within what I would consider the volunteer coordinator. That's a big, big issue, because the volunteer coordinator, like the volunteer coordinator is responsible for managing a healthy environment to encourage more to volunteer and to encourage that those volunteers you have stay. Because that's the only way that you're going to keep that organization alive, is by having volunteers, not short term, but long term.
Well, it's like when you apply for a job and you see that there's a revolving door for a certain position or at that certain company. It's management. It's not internal. It's literally management. And the fact that there was constantly like posts and messages, we need volunteers, we need volunteers. We had a lot of them, but they didn't show up. And it was such a mystery. Like, to me, like, I felt like there was great perks, like getting to know each other in the community, because it's hard enough to be by ourselves, like as solo parents, or, you know, your husband's gone, even if you don't have any kids, like that stuff, that's difficult. So having like a community behind you, there's never a bad side to having people around you to support you. And we also got first pick of donations. Like, I didn't see the negatives. So the fact that it was so hard for volunteers to be found and people to come back, I literally wondered, like, I spent time wondering, maybe it's because of the side of the fence that we were sitting on, like being like behind the scenes more than anything else. I was like, why is this such a hard thing? Like, why? I don't understand. Yeah. You saw her comment?
Yeah. Yeah. That's 39 and a half weeks pregnant, days before her induction.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus. You would not
have never
gotten me out of the house.
Never got thanked. And I'm like, I can't look back and tell you, maybe as like a collective whole, like when we were first doing things, oh, you guys, that was great. Thank you so much for everything. But like, again, that was you and I. We were there. Yeah. And there was never going to be a chance where something disrespectful was going to happen, whether it was a volunteer or it was the dog. That was never going to happen, ever. And like, back to like what was actually happening, people saw the post on Friday. They saw that I was asking questions. A couple of the women messaged me, and it literally snowballed into, I think I've got about 10 different conversations, if not like 8, somewhere between 8 and 10 different conversations from different people about how they were treated at this organization as a volunteer. And I'm just disgusted. We've got slurs being flung at people. We've got slurs being said about people behind their backs. We've got just child endangerment, child neglect happening right in front of our faces that we just didn't catch, we didn't see, we didn't realize, we were blinded by things. We've got, like I said, mothers being screamed at in their faces. We've got soldiers. They're working out of a building, these volunteers, and this dog they're working out of a building that's being provided by one of the brigades. Brigade? I'm a horrible mill spouse. Unit. That's the one. Yeah. Unit. That's what I said. Yeah. That's what I said. You could just edit that I said unit from the beginning.
Okay. Who cares? It's being provided by people in greens.
Fucking new guy. Fucking new guy.
Steve.
Fucking Steve. That's being provided by a unit, and they were disrespected in their own damn building. Disrespected. They were either flat out told to be ignored, or they had somebody being rude to them. And our active duty soldiers, like, they don't deserve that. I mean, nobody does, but they're like letting you use their building because they believe, whether it's them directly, like the soldiers, or their unit, like whoever's in charge of making the decisions, the garrison, whoever's in charge of giving that space to these people, they believed in the organization that was happening. They believed in what it was for the community. They saw the positive in it, and they wanted to do their part to make sure that the community had access to this without making it inconvenient out of somebody's home, or the complaints that came with it being done at someone's house, like trash being left behind, or, you know, the moldy items from the garage, because that's where they were stored, within a garage. And you're going to have the audacity to be fucking rude to these people? Like, there's just no common decency.
It was such a blessing. And that's like being handed the winning lottery ticket and then telling the person that they should have gave it to you with a bow on it. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
You should have given me more, or you shouldn't have taken as many taxes out. It's just like, gimme, 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 gimme. And it's like, okay, on the one hand, like, I see, like, you're the one who, like, orchestrated this, you know, even though you did copyright it from somebody from another country, and, you know, you got mad at somebody else for doing the same thing. Okay. Whatever. You are relying on this community, these volunteers, these spouses, these soldiers. You're relying on everybody to make it what it is. She can't do it by herself. She can't do it by herself. There's no way in hell that she can do it by herself. And you're going to it's like that phrase where it's like, don't bite the hand that feeds. Like, you're biting all the hands. You are biting every hand from all different angles. You're biting all these hands. And it's just like disgusting. And you're going to treat people like shit. And I mean, when I tell you, I don't think I've ever had so many Facebook messages in my life. I'm not a very social person. I'm not very active on social media. So, like, I don't get blown up on the daily with messages. Okay. I was getting so many messages of people telling me what their experiences were, how they felt. Like, I've got different ages. I've got different people of all kinds of backgrounds. I've got just an array of things happening. And some of these people didn't even know each other. That's the kicker of things too. It's not like a group of people collaborated to fucking take it down. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't like a damn attack, you know? But reading these messages and, like, just thinking back at, like, the things that were said in them. And I obviously, like, want to watch my P's and Q's as far as, like, getting flagged with some of the things to, like, say that were happening. But the biggest issues, like I said, were racial slurs. It was endangering her own child, not just at her own house where she left the baby home alone, but at the actual Free Cycle building as well, leaving this baby in soiled diapers, and all kinds of things. Like, all these things are coming to light, and I can't speak about certain things going on because there's a reason why it can't be spoken about, because there's things going on in the background, and I'm not going to be the one to speak on them. But I will say that the appropriate people are involved. The appropriate steps are being taken to find a resolution. While those appropriate steps are being taken, she done turned around and shut the whole damn thing down. She took Free Cycle away from the community. She took it away from the volunteers. She has completely, like, frozen out everybody. The other administrators that took over after Aaron and I left, they were removed. The building is not accessible by anybody else. Nobody can donate. Nobody can have an event. It is completely being, as somebody said, it was being held hostage. And I think that that's the perfect way to phrase that, is that it is being held hostage. It's like that State Farm commercial where it's that old man and he's fishing and he's got a dollar bill on the end of his line. And he's like, oh, got you $1. But he, like, won't let you have it. Like, it's being dangled in people's faces because so many people know about the Free Cycle. They know where it is. They know how it operates, all these things, but you can't have it. You can't touch it. So there's people that have donations and there's people that need things, and people are like, what do we do? And it's just shitty.
leave it to my husband. Gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah, it's just like, damn, we should have gotten an extra key made, or I don't even know, like, I don't even know how, like, it could have been avoided. Like, there's so many moving parts to it, and the kicker of all these things is that, so I was making, and I say making because I'm not done doing it, but I have thus far made 3 separate posts on social media highlighting the concerns, and I will always bring receipts. I will always back up what I say. I believe in proving the truth. I believe in proving things. If I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to provide the evidence as best as I can if I'm going to talk about it. Normally, I don't say anything. I keep my mouth shut. I don't say anything. I didn't say anything to this person when she was mistreating me directly. And when I finally did say something to her and I cut her off, it was cold turkey. There was no, dipping my toes in. I went cold turkey. I'm done. I'm not dealing with this. These are the things that you've done. I'm not having it. And she it was like Exorcist, head turned all the way around, like lost marbles. Maybe I'm the reason why. I don't know. Maybe I'm the reason why. Maybe I'm to blame.
You spoke your mind, and then I moved away
and just blocked it. Lost your marbles.
So maybe it was just that there was nobody there for accountability anymore. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, like I joke, but like seriously, the fact that we were gone, I could only assume, like there's people that said like even when we were there, like they felt weird, like there was weird things, but I don't think that these things happened until there was nobody there that would have held her accountable for her actions. And I think that she got brave. I think that she got too big for her britches. And I think that she just thought that she could treat people however the hell she wanted to, because who was going to stop her? Who was going to stand up to her? Well, I guess she found out. I mean,
apparently asking new random volunteers if they wanted to be admins.
What the?
You can't just ask random people. You gotta
you put anybody in these days. Jesus. 15 different group chats.
You get to be an admin. You get to be an admin. You get to be an admin.
Chair. Look at the chair.
You get a key.
Seriously. And like, you're talking about a government building. You can't just give anyone access. Like, that's crazy. There should be more of a screening process. Not just, join the scheduling chat. And then if you show up more than once, you're in.
Just the fact that it's a government building. It's now a government building with this Facebook page that's attached to this government building.
Yeah. I mean, at this point,
you gotta filter these bitches that are in control of this page that's attached to this government fucking building.
Well, yeah, we were told that we had to watch our presence on social media because anything that we do that's a negative on social media could be a direct impact to Free Cycle. And I'm like, okay, so you literally use us to go after some woman that you were so hot and bothered by because she made up the same thing, but she made it for civilians. So it could be accessible to anyone, not just privileged cardholders. And so you had us attack this woman. Like, some of us didn't take it too far.
That's why you had me in the chat with a PR experience and PR history. Drop it.
Yes.
Drop it. Drop
yes.
it. Drop
Talking
it.
About,
Forget about it. Forget about it.
I still have the screenshots of her being like, oh, her event is the same day our event is. I'm going to skip our event and I'm going to go to hers. And even I said, don't do that. And if I'm telling you not to do it, don't fucking do it. If I'm telling you not to do it, it's a bad idea. Let it go. And she canceled that event simply because it was on the same day and she didn't want to compete with this person who had been doing it for 5 minutes. And it was the same person that she accused.
Telling her. Okay, now hold on. Like that girl India with the violent past. Hold on a second. Do we have tea on this?
Yes.
Is there tea?
We have tea. Yes, there's piping hot tea. I shared a screenshot of it.
Can we speak of the tea?
Yeah, we can speak of the tea. I can't share too much of that tea because it might be involved in something that I can't discuss yet. But
can we share some of the tea? I did not read that screenshot.
Yeah. So it's the newest one that I posted in the After Dark page on my
Well, I can't really say the name, but we'll just say it's a country. Let's call her.
Yeah. No,
Europe.
Her name is not India. Her
Okay,
name's not
never
India.
mind then.
She's using India because it's not her name.
Oh my God. Is it a
So
stripper?
India, well,
That's a pretty
I'll
good
tell you
stripper name.
I'll tell you the real name later and you could be the judge of that. But India was in the group chat and she was basically anyone who spoke their truth about what dog has done to them. She was attacking them. And I can't quote it on the podcast or on TikTok live because it will cause an issue for us. Yeah. So I don't know if I sent you that follow-up screenshot. There was a worse screenshot that happened like not long before we started this, where
About
there
the
was yes,
okay.
that
Well,
one.
for anyone watching, it's about
That one. Yeah, she used a very specific quote, basically telling a group of women that they could just. And the end of her message was, hope to see you at the next event. And to me, like, given the context of the rest of it, like, I'm not a bitch that's offended very easily. But if I had to guess,
would have showed
the
up
end
with
of that,
Belrod.
I would have, she called me the security guard on many occasions. My ass would have been standing outside and been like, where are you? Where are you at? Yeah. Like, okay. Do you have your DOD ID? Do you have your spouse privilege card? Let me see it. Like, let me fucking see it. Nope, it's expired. We can't let you in. Thank you. Come again. Or don't.
Oh, this doesn't look like you. It doesn't have your name. And
this actually
you were messaging to me
like
on Facebook with
fake.
another name, so
I'll be like, this looks like a counterfeit ID. Let's get an MP to scan it.
like I kind of doubt
Scan it.
I totally doubt the weight that it says on here. So yeah, my fat ass is gonna body shame you right now.
This is false news. This is fake news. Do you even go here? Do you even go here? So she was commenting and saying very nasty things to people. And I don't know, like, defend your friend, fine, but you don't know this person. Some of the volunteers said that they didn't even know that girl because they never saw her show up to recycle to begin with. So she's just out here fighting for her life in the messages when she has never even met these people or dog in person.
Good Lord.
So you're out here fighting for your life for somebody that you don't actually know or spent any real time with. Well, joke's on you. Those of us that have actually spent real time with this person and know her, like, you're in for a rude awakening. Because wait for the moment when it happens to you, what has happened to everyone else. Yeah. You know how I feel about those geese today. I love me some geese today. I'm on a geese kick today. One of the volunteers responded to her crazy ass message, India's crazy ass message. And she said, you're a silly goof. She sent her emojis of geese. And I was like, that's the best thing I've ever fucking heard. Immediately, like, that's the best response to something. I love that so much because I know that enraged this woman. And that's my favorite thing. Like, that's the best thing. And so that's like the ongoing, like, that's the running joke. Just respond to her with a bunch of geese. Don't say anything. Just send her a bunch of geese. That's the funniest shit I've ever heard. Because I literally said, like, you are who you're friends with. Like,
I've been like, look at you, so serious.
You're so mad, like a little T-Rex with little tiny arms. Like, what are you doing?
Everyone fears the mighty T-Rex.
You're just like, wow, that's crazy. You're just putting yourself out there like that. Like, just arguing with people that have been at that organization for a year or more than 3 seconds. Like, it's crazy that she was like going to bat. Like, her argument for the fact that dog left her young daughter, less than 2 years old, home alone by herself. Oh, her husband's gone. It's hard work. And if she didn't want to wake her up to go up to the school to pick up her older child, what's the problem? What's the fucking problem? There's multiple laws that tell you that it's a fucking problem.
Especially in houses on a military installation, because they're built like shit.
Yeah, and it's a whole new ballgame when you're talking about living on a military base. Like, maybe you can get away with that in other areas. I don't know, but you can't really get away with shit like that in the military. Like, you can't do that.
Like, they would have taken her away that day if it was off post.
Yeah.
She'd have been gone.
Well, like we were saying, like, the fact of the matter is, like, obviously the beautiful people of TikTok, unless you know the person personally, they, like, the distance from that residence to the school and the fact that most of us know how long it takes dog to get home because she is loitering, running her pie hole, freaking talking to anyone that will talk to her. She had to have been gone for a significant amount of time for someone to realize that the baby was home, for the MPs to be called, for the MPs to show up, for the MPs to get in her house. Yes, they ain't quick. For the MPs to get in her house, for CPS to show up, and then she came running. Like, that alone, the MPs showing up, the MPs trying to get her to answer, the MPs entering her home, them finding the baby upstairs, CPS coming, that at least is 30 minutes. At minimum, that was a minimum of 30 minutes. Like, what the fuck were you doing? You know she's home alone. I've never seen her with a baby monitor. She's never taken a baby monitor with her anywhere. She was at my house with a meeting. I was having a meeting at my house for 2 fucking hours and never once looked at her phone and never had a baby monitor on her.
It was hidden in her hair.
Yeah. Had to have been. It had to have been. Obviously it wasn't hidden in her skirt because there's nothing in the skirt. Nothing's in there. No pockets, no contraption to hold things in. It all just loosey-goosey flowing around in the fucking skirt that she doesn't like to be appropriate with, like at a school. She should have been arrested for that. She should have been. That is, somebody in the post that I made said that shit was grooming. Like, they literally said, like, that's inappropriate and you should never have done that.
It does have one loosely goose pocket. Oh my God, we're just going with
not the meat curtain reference.
Everybody's just going in with the comments now. Even at he could not stand her hair. She had asked one time she was pushing and pushing and pushing. You would look so good with these locks in your hair. You would just look so amazing. And I was trying so hard, to be my politically polite self.
Mm-hmm.
No way in hell. I mean, kudos to anybody who does have them. I'm not saying that they're horrid or anything like that. I'm just saying they're not for me. They're not for me.
Yeah.
No.
Like, that's not my specific.
No.
Yeah. That's not my specific style. I think JoJo would look amazing with locks.
Yes, he would. Totally.
Incredible. It would just up his game, I think. My opinion.
Yes. Yeah. He would look like Beach Bum. What is it, the Matthew McConaughey movie or something?
You're talking about, I feel like I think that it's a great look. Like, I think it's beautiful, but like,
on the right person. Just
sure.
It's not me.
But it's one of those things where like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing is like,
for fucking charm. Are you fucking kidding me? Read that comment so everybody knows what the fuck I just freaked out over.
So
holy shit.
So one of our friends who's also a free cycle volunteer, she was talking about the braid situation because Dog decided that she was going to all of a sudden start doing braided locks and making these like shitty ass key charm things where you could like, I don't know, put all your personal fucking information on it, like your banking information. So God forbid you fucking drop it somewhere. Someone's got your shit. Anyway, I digress. She wanted to put 2 pieces of braids in Sam's hair, and she wanted to charge her damn near $200 for just 2 little braids and $50 per charm, to have all your personal fucking information on. $50 fucking. I could go on Etsy and buy exactly that for less. And I would do it out of spite. I'm extremely petty.
I have one of those. She gave me one of those, the little gem thing that you put on the phone and it takes you directly to a website.
Yeah.
So I have one of those that takes us to our website. No, she gave it to me as a parting gift.
What the fuck?
Yep. So
rude.
No one hate me.
Wow.
Yep. Just, yeah.
She's kicking herself on the ass, right?
Yep. So Joey said it's a tracker.
Yeah, probably. She knows exactly where you are. It's like definitely, even like 316, 100%.
It is.
Funny as hell.
Jesus.
Scary because it could be true.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll come within 10 feet of us, though. I don't think so.
No. Maybe that's too long to leave her children unattended.
Is it? I don't think she's got standards. There's not hygiene standards. There's not parenting standards. And I'm just saying, a pretty picture is not being painted. I'll look at those pictures. I'll send them to Erin. She's Facebook messaged me some pictures. I'll send them to you. It's just insane. If we had like 3 days, I could read all of the screenshots. I blocked everyone's names out. I blocked the names of children. I blocked pictures, but I called her out. I exposed her down to her core, down to her lack of wearing underwear while wearing a skirt at school pickup. I exposed her and I tagged her in every post, multiple comments. I gave her every opportunity to say something. Speak your piece. Say something. Like, everybody deserves to defend themselves. I didn't block her. I didn't hide her from the post. I don't block somebody. That's one thing about me is I'm not going to block you on social media. I can't tell you how many people have blocked me. It's as impressive as our famous troller in the After Dark page. It's as famous as he is for getting people to leave the group. That's how it is for people to block me. I will not block you. So I said it. I said it with my chest. There was no anonymous post. I tagged her over and over again. And it took her 2 days after being exposed to block me, and which is fine because there's people that are still sending her this stuff, and that's perfectly fine. But like I said, I'm not done. I'm not done with it yet. I still have more things to share, like the fact that she jacked that freaking ring, that diamond ring, and hucked it and used the money maybe mildly for free cycle. Ooh. And then pocketed the rest of it. Well, you ain't buying fucking shampoo and deodorant. So what the fuck did you buy? All the fucking products to make your damn little trinket? Just saying, because that happened right after. I'm just saying. Something died. I can't hear you. You're quiet as a mouse. I know you're trying to ask me a question, but oh, hello.
It did start right after that.
Yes, right after, and she never updated us on any of that happened. The last I heard was that she got it appraised and it wasn't worth anything. And
I thought she was just going to keep it because she said that she either didn't have or she had a crappy wedding ring. So I figured she was just going to keep it.
She didn't have a wedding ring. She lost it. She lost her wedding ring. As a matter of fact,
she was going to keep it.
Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure she directly told us she was just going to keep it because it wasn't worth enough money to deal with it. So she actually lied to us.
I remember her saying.
I'm pretty sure I still have the messages. So my plan, I'm not done. I'm not done.
And then I remember sitting in her house during one of the sorting days, and she said that she was just going to keep it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she lost her wedding ring, and Ryan was upset that she lost her wedding ring.
And she said that the ring wasn't worth anything.
Yeah, she said she got it appraised, it wasn't worth anything, and she was just going to keep it because she thought it was pretty, and it wasn't worth all the trouble. So, as a matter of fact, that's what we were told, and I could see why she told us that, specifically you, given your background of everything that you do for work and what you were doing for Free Cycle. I could see why she would want to tell you.
That's why I'm so picky about nonprofits and why I'm so standoffish about nonprofits, because you want to meet a fucking crook? You go to someone who says that they have a nonprofit.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm picky about friends. That's why I don't like people. I don't put myself out there. I don't because I don't trust most bitches. And, oh no, my TikTok, come back. I don't trust most bitches. And this is why. This is exactly why. Because she had me fooled. I like to think collectively we're a pretty good judge of character as well. I think I'm a pretty good judge of character. I'm usually spot on when it comes to whether I'm going to like someone or not like someone. I can't put my finger on somebody. I need more time to kind of wait it out. I feel like I'm selective for a reason, because I sit back and I just watch and I let things unfold and I observe and I quietly just watch things happen. And I watched Free Cycle for a while. I didn't interact. I just kind of watched it, heard about it, got a feel for it from behind the scenes, and then decided that I was going to participate. And I'm glad I didn't, for this exact reason right here. All of this. But I should have scooted my fucking way out of there the day that I volunteered for the first time. I was literally still in a cast after my second surgery. It literally was on my knee scooter, and I should have scooted my ass right back out of there, because the amount of dirty laundry that was aired to me the very first day of meeting this person was more than I can mentally Gosh, I can only hate so much at once. I can hate all these different things. Like, you're spilling your guts to me about people that used to be your friend. I can't blame them for not being your fucking friend anymore.
To just immediately go back and be friends with one of them.
Be friends with one of them again, and I'm just like, whoa, that's just weird. Like, if I stop being friends with somebody, like, I just stop being friends with them. Like, you didn't even know I assume, we haven't talked about it, but I assume that she told you something. You obviously knew that we weren't really friends anymore. You obviously knew something was going on, but I never said anything to you. I never brought it up.
She just said, Veronica's mad at me and I don't know why.
She knew. I have screenshots.
I'm like, okay, well, just talk to her about it. Like, that's all I can tell you to do is just talk to her.
And by talking to her, that did not mean blow my phone up with calls and messages and show up unannounced to my fucking house, banging on my door and ringing my doorbell all over and over and over again.
Oh, if she did that because I told her to. All I said was just talk to her. I didn't
you know what? I can't be mad because she brought her daughter with her. So I can't be mad.
She didn't leave it.
There's a positive. There's a positive thing that came into it, and it was the fact that she had her. She literally came and brought her daughter with her. So I can't be mad, but she sure as fuck rolled up to my house, and I watched her pacing on my fucking Ring camera, back and forth, pacing. And you're right, she did try to manipulate me with that baby. That's the only reason she brought that fucking baby. Because knowing what we know now, she would have gladly left that kid at home. And I was like, get the hell away from my house, dude. Like, what? Hell, I literally will use my knee scooter as a weapon if I have to. Above it. I'm not above it. But it was disgusting to me. But I'm not the type of person, like, if I'm really good friends with somebody, like, if I'm just, like, surface level friends with somebody, I don't really give that much of a shit, and I'll just say what has to be said. But if I'm really close friends with somebody, and we stop being friends, I'm not going to go badmouth that person to other people. And I'm not going to air your dirty laundry to other people either. I'm going to keep that shit to myself. I'm not going to say things about you. The only change in that scenario is if I find out that you've badmouthed me, you've badmouthed my friends, you've badmouthed sad she was acting. Yeah, it is. How sad. I don't yell. I yell at my kids. That's true. But I always take them with me places, so I don't leave them home alone.
It balances out.
Yeah, it balances out. But I don't yell at them. I'm just like, hey, it's time for dinner. Or stop hitting your sister. Or stop fighting.
Quit staring at this strange hippie out on the front porch.
Yeah, stop doing that. Mommy, there's a weird smell coming from outside. Well, stop staring at her. Get back over here. I don't know what you want from me. I won't talk about people like that. It's just, I don't really care to. And like, I feel like there's a time and a place to talk shit. But when you're talking about me, you're talking about my friends, and then it's the harassing and it's the bullying. It's the bullying for me. It's looking like that and bullying other women for me. And I said this to you the other day, when you point your finger at somebody, there's 4 fingers pointing back at you. You should not. Technically 3, because you can't with it. Well, I guess it depends on what kind of, or if you don't have a thumb.
Well, if you don't have a thumb, it's still 3.
Oh, that's true. Well, Jesus, I'm not a mathematician.
Remember?
You're right. I'm not a mathematician. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
See, I'm a good accountant sometimes. I can count my fingers.
And not the special kind of accountant. 1, regular
2,
accountant.
3, 4, and then you got like the last line and
mine's
stuff.
Like this. So she kind of curls under. So I don't know. But yeah, 3 fingers. My point is, anyhow, my point is that if you point your finger at somebody, there's fingers pointing back at you. So before you go pointing your fingers, you should make sure that your fucking hands are clean. And the fact is that she felt comfortable to bully these women, these mothers, these fucking human beings. At the end of the day, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what rank your husband is. Okay. I don't care. I don't care about his security clearance. Okay. I don't care. You're a fucking human being, and nobody deserves to be spoken to the way that these women were spoken to. They don't deserve to witness dog talking about other women behind their backs. None of that is deserved. The soldiers that are giving you their building to use, they don't deserve to be disrespected. It's not deserved. People don't deserve to be screamed at in their face. And furthermore, one thing we haven't touched on is that she went up and put her hands on somebody. Physically put her hands and adjusted her breasticles on her person. And was like,
how'd that go again?
Breasticles.
I did go on a tangent about fingers. Science.
Phalanges.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Okay, so back to the titties.
She went up to her and told her, it was Samantha, it was Sam. She went up to her, and I only say that because she also said that she owned that it was her in the Facebook post. So that's the only reason why I'll say that was her, because I was keeping everyone else's identity private.
It's okay. My titties are lopsided too.
Titties is titties. Okay.
One strap literally has to be tightened more than the other strap just to keep it up more.
So it's like one leg is longer than the other. One tit is bigger than the other tit. And she went up and adjusted her boobs because she said that they were lopsided and they were like sad or whatever. And she fucking put her hands on her to like fix it. And I'm like, dude,
if you sad, let me make them happy.
We should not. You saw the picture I posted in After Dark. We should not be talking about what other people's anatomy looks like, because that's what I think of when I think of you. So let's not. If you've ever seen the movie The Substance, the Demi Moore's character at the very, 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 very end of that movie is the picture that I'm referencing. And if you know, you know. Otherwise, you saw the picture that I posted. So then again, you know. And if you don't know, you can Google it. Demi Moore at the end of Substance. That's the person that we're dealing with. Maybe like 100 years younger, but that's what she looks like. And I will stand by that. And I don't care. I don't fuck with bullying. And if you bully somebody, I will bully you harder. I will come for you. I will come for your soul. I don't
come
like
for the
it.
Titties.
I don't like it. It's gross. It's gross fucking behavior. It's gross. I don't
can't grab your titties?
You can grab my titties. You just can't bully me.
Okay.
You have to compliment them. If you're going to grab them, compliment them.
I won't say they're sad. I will say they're happy.
Thank you. They are perky. They're there. Titties is titties. Okay?
One of mine is perky because the strap is higher.
Well, there you go. So I found the loophole. Samantha, we found your loophole. Just fix your straps. That's all. It's your actual titties on her side. It's just the bra. Get a good bra.
Yep. It's always the bra.
I would tell you to get one from Freecycle, but you can't currently do that. It's just the whole thing, like my cheeks are hot because every time we talk about it, it pisses me off because I had no idea. And I think the fact that I experienced it and then I hear that everybody else is experiencing it, I'm just like, was it just me that she was saying those things to? Like, it's just because she just felt like she could, which is weird because one of the very first times I spoke to her, she told me that she was afraid of me before she ever met me. And I'm like, stay afraid. Stay that way. And like I said, I chalked it up to like being a different culture. Like I just chalked it up to like a language difference. Like I really did. I came up with so many excuses. I gaslit myself. I can't even be fully mad at that dog. Like I cannot I can't give her full blame because I gaslit my fucking self because she's just a different. Yeah, she's from a different country. Like, I probably misheard her. She probably didn't mean it the way that I took it. Nah, dog, she meant it. She
doesn't know what bitch means. Like, bitch probably means something else in Russian or whatever.
Yeah, like, it's just the language barrier, because there's no way she said that to me just now. Like, it's crazy, right?
No, like, I felt bad because she never did any of that stuff to me. And then... come to find out, she was saying it to other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, she never really had, like...
You were just guilty by association, apparently, too. We're in the doghouse together, I guess. Like, and it's funny.
Like, I felt bad because I'm like, why is she doing this to everyone else, but she didn't do it to me? Like, I felt guilty because she didn't do it to me.
Yeah. That's collectively, like, the conversation that several of the girls had with me is that, like, there's, like, so much guilt sitting there because not only did like people not realize that it was happening to other people, like if someone had spoken up, it could have been stopped and it could have been handled much sooner before it got to be as bad as it is. But we ignored
scary,
unintentionally. unintentionally, I was intimidated by you the first time. Not scared of you, but I was intimidated because you knew what the fuck you were doing. And I was like, that's a boss bitch. And it's because you are a boss bitch. And you do know what you're doing. So I was right.
I just act like I know what I'm doing. If
You
you act
definitely
like
know
you
more
know what
than
you're
me.
doing, then no one will ever question you. You just walk in a room and you immediately act like you're the most professional person there, and no one will ever fucking question you. No one will.
Oh, yeah, it worked.
Like,
I
could walk into NASA right now and just immediately act like I know exactly where everything.
Down.
I have no freaking clue what I'm doing. But they would look at me. Yeah, like it. You, latitude 22, longitude 38, or something like that, and everybody would look at me. They'd spend like the next 10 minutes like,
we either know what we're doing or we have Tourette's.
I'd be like, you have no idea what department I'm from? You should know what department I'm from.
You don't know who I am?
Craig.
Craig. Immediately. They don't need to know they're talking about Bill Nye the Science Guy.
It's your fault you don't know Bill.
Tell Bill that you don't know who the fuck he is. Let's see how much longer you have a fucking job.
And after the FBI, Agent Smith told me to come here. And if you don't know Agent Smith, that's your own fucking fault.
I just hold up a random fucking pen. Men in Black.
If you don't know why I'm here, that's exactly why I'm here.
You should have already forgotten by now. Go take a lap. There is guilt. Like, there is guilt around it because, like you said, you weren't treated that way to your knowledge, at least, because who knows? I can't speculate. She never said shit to me because she knew better. That's the whole point. She knew better. She knew better not to say it to you, and she knew better not to say it to me. I never heard it because she knew better than to let me hear that shit. And she didn't let you hear it because she knew better than to let you fucking hear it. And the sweet administration that took our places when we left, I don't think that she would have said something like that in front of them either, because they're like pure, like angels, like so nice. Nothing like doesn't like, I can see why maybe they didn't hear any of those things, but it's like people that are defending her, which so far has only been 2 people privately, not publicly. I just want to point that out. They are like, we know you would never do that. And it's like, what else do you need? Like, if it's not the direct testimonies from people, it's the fact that the fucking MPs were at her house. Hello? What else do you need?
Yeah.
Don't let her babysit your fucking kid.
It's like a Casey Anthony making a comeback.
I said she's a wannabe Casey Anthony. She tried to leave her baby with me. And damn, I should have taken her up on it because I would have taken care of the kid. And then she probably wouldn't want to go back home.
I know, that baby did not like me.
She liked me, but she also didn't have a chance because, like, nobody else was paying attention to her at the moment.
Well, she would smile with me and she would play with me, but only if the dad was around. You know, just total daddy's girl. As soon as dad would leave, she'd be like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, well, fuck you too, kid.
Fear unlocked. Fear unlocked.
Like, these are my fucking crackers. No, you can fuck yourself. I have no problem looking at a baby and saying, fuck you.
Yeah. I'll cut the baby out. Like, the whole thing is just, and I can't talk about certain things because there is like there's investigations. I can say that. And, you know, there's things going on in the background and there's multiple angles being looked at. And one of the super sweet volunteers that stepped down from things because everything was happening, she was like, hey, I had to go make a statement to the MPs. And, you know, I guess the social media posts were brought up at some point. She's like, I did put your name in the statement. And I was like, okay, cool. You want to give them my phone number too? I was like, they can contact me if they have any questions.
I guess it's like, a good thing I have a tracker on me.
Yeah, they'll know where to find you. I'm just like, let them call me. Call me and ask me questions. Like, I know enough because common sense, you know. I know it's not that common, but I do possess it. I know what you can and can't say. And at this point, I don't even necessarily feel that type of way towards that person where I would say something out of pocket like India did. I don't feel that way towards her, but I just want her to be held accountable for her actions, for leaving her child home alone unattended, for some of the things that we're seeing many times. I don't even think multiple is even appropriate. Many, many, many times. And all of us have seen it. Like, so many people have seen it, and then it's actually been like caught. Like, it's crazy. the conditions that the baby was seen in as well. The treatment of the volunteers, which may not technically be considered illegal, but it should be enough to make sure that her name and herself is never attached to any other organization on a military installation again. Like, don't try. Like, just leave this alone. I think that...
Say this one selfish thing. Okay, this would be the one selfish thing I would pull from this. I attach my name to things because I believe I will not attach my name to something if I don't believe that it's being done wholeheartedly and it's being done with purpose and it's being done with dignity. I attached my name to this, and I am very ashamed that I attached my name to this. I continue to volunteer. I continue to help any organization or anybody that needs my help. And I don't want my name to be attached to this and for people to think that I knew this was going on. So that may be the one selfish thing too that I'm trying to take from this is I didn't fucking know.
Hey, dog, I said that. I got you.
And my name is on that fucking paperwork?
Yes. From my understanding, our names are still on the paperwork because nothing was changed. I don't remember who told me that. Somebody told me that. So I'm almost questioning, emailing or calling and figuring out what I can find out from that standpoint. If our names are still on that paperwork, if we have any resource to exhaust.
That paperwork was not given. That's not the official paperwork that was given to attain that facility.
Good.
That paperwork was strictly meant for Garrison. The facility was not attained through Garrison.
Yeah.
So there's no liability there.
No, I didn't necessarily think about it in like a liability factor, but I meant more so like because it's such a positive thing for the community that like nobody can get any information. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody, like, they don't know who to contact. They don't know. I did give the email address that you gave me. I did give that to the appropriate people, but I feel like I said that you and I had no idea, and we truly didn't. We had no fucking idea that things like that were going on. And again, if we had known or we had seen it, it would have been handled quick, fast, and in a hurry. And the fact is that I made a conscious decision to expose what's been happening because I'll be damned if it continues. If I hadn't said anything, okay? If the friendly neighborhood anonymous poster had not made the post that she made, I had not seen the post and commented, and the other angel on here would have not told me. If we had not been made aware of the situation and I had not thrown myself into it, and I had not received all these messages, she would still today be doing the same shit that she has been doing for God knows how long. Her daughter would have been left home alone today. I guarantee you. Sure. I guarantee you her daughter would have been left home alone again today. She would have still turned around and continued mistreating volunteers. She would have continued all of this horrendous behavior. It would still be happening. And it was very clearly said, this is who it was, and was working her ass off to make sure that people didn't find out that it was her. That people didn't find out that it was her. And I'm like, baby girl, everybody knows your damn address. Everybody. Because you put yourself out there. And everybody knows your address. So they know that house. They know what's going on. You might have been trying to like put a lid on it. And you might have been trying to like diffuse the situation and try to spin it like you always do because you're never wrong. You're always a fucking victim. But like she would still today, like that's the scariest thing, I think. She would have turned around and still been doing the same thing today. She would have taken her son to school. She would have probably left her baby home alone while she took her son to school. She would have done whatever the fuck she does all day. And then she would have left her baby home alone again this afternoon. Even if the MPs had been called to her house on Friday and she had been talked to, she got her slap on the wrist, quote unquote, slap on the wrist. If all of those things had still happened, but she wasn't publicly called out for it, she would have turned around and continued the same behavior and the same patterns moving forward until it got called out. And I've had people say like, oh my God, you're an angel. Like you're doing the Lord's work. I'm like, I'm literally just a girl. I'm literally just a fucking girl. I don't like bullies. I can trace this back to stories that my mom used to tell me about kindergarten, where there was a time where this new boy came to school in my kindergarten class, and everybody was mean to him. Everybody. except for me. I asked him to sit with me at lunch, and I was his friend because I didn't like that everybody else was mean to him. And the teachers literally told my mom that at pickup, and I was in fucking kindergarten, literally. And I just don't like it. Like, I've gotten in physical altercations in my younger years, my teen years, with people over bullying.
No.
Not me. Never me. Could never be me. Could never be me. Literally. Not even bullying me. I wasn't bullied. I was picked on, like,
wear a skirt.
I was a little bit picked on, like, in elementary school because I went to private school and it was all a bunch of rich snobs and my parents were just regular folks.
If you guys need all these good stories, then you guys need to go back and you need to listen to the podcast. So many good fucking stories.
Yeah. And I don't tolerate the bullying. And when it came out, like, I probably wouldn't have said anything. I mean, I did tag her in the post that was anonymous about her just to, like, see where it would go. But the post got deleted. But if I hadn't have started getting messages from these girls, which was incredibly brave of them to do, by the way, I know some of you were on the live. I don't know if you still are, but it was incredibly brave of them to turn around and start speaking the facts and start sharing the stories about what was going on and how things were going down and just how they were being treated, because it's very clear that everybody started being treated the same way and people were being treated very different than others. And it was obviously a problem. And regardless of how minor somebody might think a situation is, oh, she was mean to you, that's not that serious. Considering the situation and considering all the context, it is fucking brave. People don't stand up to other people when something like this happens. A lot of times the people that are picked on just, like, cower away and they hide and they don't say anything. And then the person continues behaving a certain way until they meet their match with somebody who fucking stands up for them. And you guys deserve to have somebody stand up for you. I don't care if it's directly me speaking to the women that were treated a certain way by this dog, or if it's just anybody who happens to be listening to this podcast or be on this live. If somebody is mistreating you, you don't have to be mistreated. You can stand up for yourself, and whatever the ramifications of that looks like, it'll be fine. And if you don't feel confident in standing up for yourself, find someone that you trust that can stand up for you, because there will be somebody. There's always someone bigger and badder.
Message us. We'll call them the fuck out.
Oh, please. You send me the screenshot. You tell me their names. I will find out what social media pages they're in. I will find out everything. And I will publicly call them out. I fully believe in public humiliation. Yeah, I fully believe in public humiliation, because you know what? A lot of times when things like this are handled, like, privately and it's shush, 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 don't talk about it. No, you talk about it publicly. You call somebody out publicly, and that will end that behavior pretty damn quick, because only a weak person bullies other people. Only a weak-minded individual who's unhappy within themselves for whatever reason, cry me a fucking river, only a weak person bullies other people. Mothers,
Yes.
other women, like a freshly postpartum woman, that's fucking disgusting. Another woman whose husband is overseas or just gone or whatever the situation is, that's disgusting. It's disgusting behavior to make somebody feel so fucking uncomfortable around you that they don't know what to do. And they're afraid to say anything, and they don't want to be in your vicinity anymore. They're afraid to walk out of their house. Like, and it's not a fear of, like, you know, getting their ass beat or something like that. Like, that's not the kind of fear we're talking about, because this person couldn't fight her way out of her paper bag. But I'm talking about harassment, bullying, the comments. It's just this incessant need to constantly put other people down. And if you see something, you should say something. If you see somebody being mistreated, say something. Defend those people. Stand up for those people. Say something. And you'll feel so much better about yourself at the end of the day, because it's just a feeling like no other. Like, if it was my children, I would do that. If it was your children, I would do that. My children are being raised to defend other people as well. And I hope that this person gets all the fucking help that they need. I hope that they learn to pay a babysitter to watch their fucking children when they're not going to be home. I hope they learn how to not be a piece of shit. And I hope that there are consequences for the actions that this person
Go tell daddy
has displayed. I hope that there are consequences. I don't know what those consequences look like. I don't want anything crazy to happen, obviously, but accountability is such a huge thing, and it's part of being an adult. So
ice pack.
Learn some of it. Learn some fucking accountability. An apology should have been as loud as the fucking disrespect. If you were called out the way that you were, you should have definitely come out and been like, you know what? I don't know about all those things. I can't speak on all those things, but I've made mistakes. And if people feel like I did something wrong, then I apologize. And if those people want to directly message me, then I'll, so I know who you are. I'll apologize to you individually. Otherwise, here's my public, official apology. I'm sorry. How fucking hard is that? You're already being called out. I tagged you. I tagged you by name. It was not a mystery. It was a mystery for about 30 minutes when I wanted to play a game of having people trying to figure out who it was. People knew who you were. They're waiting for you to respond. That's probably been one of the biggest things is she hasn't even said anything.
But what did she do instead? She pulled in an OJ and she fucking fled.
Yeah, she fled. Changed her damn profile picture to being just...
fled.
A black screen, like so fucking dramatic. Everything's for fucking attention. And it's at this point, it's just sad. And I don't mean sad as in like, oh, poor you. I mean sad as in you're fucking ridiculous. You're a joke.
She fled
this
like
is
it was the zombie fucking apocalypse.
And if that doesn't scream guilty, I don't know who it does. I don't know who it does. It's deafening. It's deafening. Because I'll tell you what, if I woke up and somebody had tagged me in a bunch of shit and they were fucking slandering my name and they were making up shit about me that was not true, I would be so loud about how wrong they were. So loud you would not be able to stop how loud I'd be about it. And I would do whatever I could to defend myself and back myself up if it was to this extent. I could care less if you want to call me a bunch of names. I don't care. But if I was being accused of these things publicly, I would go to the ends of the earth to defend myself if it was not true. And if I made somebody feel a certain way, which I had to apologize to somebody today, actually it was today, because I had accidentally given her the cold shoulder without really realizing it. And when we actually spoke about it, apologized to her because of the way that these things went down, and she got caught in the middle of it because she's such a nice person. And I was like, I didn't want it to go down like this. I apologize. I honestly didn't know your position within, the organization. Otherwise, I probably would have reached out to you and been like, this is what's going on. How are we going to fix this for your people? But I didn't know until afterwards, and it happened the way it happened. And she was like, I apologize for not knowing what was really going on, and for thinking that she apologized to me for believing all the things that were told to her about me. And I apologized to her because she said that it seemed like I had given her the cold shoulder right before we moved. And I was like, I'll be honest with you, at school pickup, I was doing anything I could to avoid the dog. I was doing everything I could to avoid her. And if I didn't notice you at school pickup, I apologize. It was not intentional. I promise you it wasn't intentional.
It's just kind of caught in the crossfire.
Yeah. And it's like, it's okay to apologize. We're human beings. Mistakes happen. It's cool. It's fine. Even if this person, did these things and she didn't think about them before she did them and she just reacted, and, mistakes happen. But baby, it's not a mistake when you do it all the time. That's you as a person.
Yes. I do have to say, we are approaching.
Yes.
Well, actually it's a little after 8. And I do have to put on some chapstick here soon and, go give somebody a birthday gift. Well, I'm going out of town this weekend. So I'm going to be gone for his actual birthday. So I got to go spit on that thing. So, he's fucking ready.
He's on here like, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's like, let's get these fucking kids in bed now.
He's like, hurry up. Tell him to shut up. Well, there's more tea to spill. I mean, I'm game for making this part 2 next week. I don't care.
I do. I got the real thing. Yeah. No batteries needed.
Cheers to that.
Yes. So hold on. Tink.
No shame in your battery game, okay? But just keep it to yourself, because if you piss somebody off, they're going to tell everybody else about it. Listen.
And don't donate it. Like, what the fuck? No one wants that. No one wants that.
Donate
you can buy it at fucking Walmart for $10.
Seriously.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's been deployed a whole lot. Okay, I got the BOBs. All
you
right,
gotta do what you gotta do. We ain't hating.
It's just he's home.
But
so
just don't tell people. Don't tell people your business if you don't want it to come back to you later. Okay? Share less.
Yep.
Moral of the story.
If you're not willing for it to be put on social media,
don't talk about it.
Yeah. If you're not willing to take the risk of it being screenshotted, don't text it.
Yep.
Because everyone
It's
out there is 100%. They ain't deleting conversations. They're not. They're saving that shit for someday. That's what they're fucking doing.
I'm a screenshot-aholic. I will screenshot it and save it until my dying breath.
If I feel like you're going to fuck me over, believe me, I got 10-year-old conversations in my fucking phone.
Yo.
Yep.
I'll keep that iCloud back to... Oh,
amen.
Pay that $10 a month for that terabyte. Yeah.
I got that Google Cloud shit with the buckets and everything. Man, that's shit.
A family plan. It's just free.
It's a T-plan. T-plan. That's what it is.
Screenshot plan. That's basically mine. Well, this was riveting. If we have more tea to spill, which I have a feeling we will, we'll make a part 2 of this. We'll make it a part 2. You know, if it has to turn into how not to be a dependent cut, then there'll be how not to do that. You might have to edit that out. I apologize in advance. Sorry. You can revoke my privilege card. It's fine.
We thank you guys so much, especially those watching live, for any follows, the likes, all that good stuff. That was amazing. Thank you guys so much. Have you do the sign off. You can do that. You've done it before. My throat hurts. And I got a saber, my throat.
Save your saliva. Save your throat. Well, this has been another episode of the Hot Miss Mill Mom podcast. You can catch us next week. Usually we do these on Wednesdays. We record the lives on TikTok on Wednesdays. We air the episodes on Fridays. So this week was just a little different. But you can catch our episode that you just witnessed live on TikTok, drop on Spotify and a bunch of other places that are linked on our website that I cannot name off the top of my head. Castbox is one of them. Spotify is the other one.
Spotify, Apple, Castbox, and we do the full video on YouTube as well.
You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great. You can keep an eye out for it on Friday. It'll drop. If you have crazy stories of your own, if you have any piping hot tea, if you need me to scare the shit out of your bully, send us a comment, email us, hotmessmillmom@gmail.com. Comment on our Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on X. We're on, obviously, TikTok, everywhere. So check it out. And same time next week. Did I forget anything?
I do garden. So if you want me to look depressed while I garden, I will look sad.
Friendly.
My titties will look sad while I make gardening TikToks.
You can't get in unless they're sad or lopsided or otherwise not.
I won't adjust the strap.
No, let it be. Let them be in their natural state.
Even. Yes. Okay.
Perfect.
I will do that.
Perfect.
Depressed titty garden.
Yes. Hell yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us. See you in the chit chat.
So for now, I guess we'll just say peace out, bitches.